more bounce, 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 bounce.
Quick little thing before we get into this video. If you like my makeup, either my video is already up or I am going to be posting it soon, and to subscribe and like this video so that you can see this beautiful makeup look if it hasn't been posted yet. Alright, let's get into the video. Alright guys, today I'm gonna do my first story time, just because right now graduation either is around the corner for you, or you've already graduated, or you struggled like I did. 4 years. You're in high school for 4 years. At least you're in New York State, you're in high school for 4 years. I don't know if there's like it's different anywhere else, but me, I was in school for 4 years. 3 years, I screwed off. You could say the 4th year I screwed off too, because I did. I went in freshman year saying, I'm gonna work hard and all that. And you tell yourself that. And sometimes, most of the time, yeah, you work really hard. You do what you can do. And I got bored. I got bored with school. I got bored with everything. I didn't want to go to school anymore. And I did. I definitely still went to school, but I did not have the best grades. They just kept pushing me through. Sophomore year, I used to be in like special ed, like not like I'm special, but like I used to have like a hard time with reading, so I was in a special ed class for my reading and everything else. And sophomore year, they got rid of special ed, so that's when I started to really struggle, because my entire life I was just coasting through school because everything was easy for me. And now, sophomore year, I have nothing. I have no special ed. I have a little bit of help. And I could have gone to school after school and got help. I could have asked my parents for help. I didn't. I didn't do that. I screwed off. I messed around. I didn't get my work done. And I struggled. They kept pushing me through. I got to junior year. Said I was going to do better. Started a second school now, which is a career school. I go to high school for the first half of the day. No, second half of the day. And the first half of the day I'm at a career school doing what I want to do for my career, which was cooking and baking, and yeah. So I went there. I would go to school, go to homeroom, go to my first period. First period I really screwed off too, because it was I'm just gonna say social studies, even though it was like that, but it was U.S. history, which same thing anyway. No, it's not. U.S. history, and I would just, I wouldn't get my work done. I would pay attention, but I wouldn't get my work done. I would fall asleep in class. This is what I did for the last 3 years. Fall asleep, screw off, not pay attention. It's terrible. And then I would go to my career school, which was really awesome. Like, I loved that place. Like, I loved my teachers. I made a family there. I met a lot of wonderful people that I'm going to be friends with for the rest of my life. And it's an awesome place. You go there for 2.5 hours. And you get treated more like an adult. My grades were awesome in there. Like, they were 80s and 90s. And hundreds. And I did really well in there. And then the other half of the day I would go back to homeschool. They called it homeschool, like my school. And I would have 4 periods, 4 or 5, can't exactly remember. And I would do the basics, math, science, no, I did science this year, no. So I did math. I can't remember all the classes I had. I know I had like 4. And then basically screwed off in every single class. Like the only class I actually passed was my math class. But I passed, but the only class I really passed and did good in was, besides my career class, was math, because I'm always good at math. And then I don't know what else classes I had. I can't tell you. English, yeah. I failed that. Not fun. You just don't repeat. Don't repeat while you're a senior. It's not fun, especially when you have a career school, because you do your career school for 2 years where I'm from. So, especially don't repeat classes. It's a struggle, and I'm going to tell you later on in the video how much of a struggle that was for me, and I know I did it to myself. I know everything that has happened, I've done it to myself. I know it's my fault, but I made up for my mistakes, and you can too. Anyway, I had English. I failed that because I was terrible. I did not pay attention. I didn't understand anything. I could ask the teacher, and the teacher could explain it to me, and I still wouldn't know what she was talking about. I had 2 teachers. I had a teacher that was supposed to like help people, and I would ask her, and I would ask my regular teacher too, and it was all confusing to me. So I ended up repeating 11th grade English. I didn't repeat 11th grade. I repeated 11th English this year, which was my senior year. I had, let's see how many classes I have. Normally a senior has 2 to 3 classes. And if they go to VOTEC, that's 4. I had science, English, economics, and government. Economics was last 2 quarters, and government was the first 2 quarters for me. But economics and government, basically, counting those as one. Then I had art for a while, and then they took me out of art and put me in health. So then I had health. So and then I eventually took art out of school and took health during school. So I'm counting art and health, because health I did in school, art I didn't always do in school. But they switched me out of art in school and put me during health during that period, and then I took art outside of school. So, struggle. Guidance counselor, art teacher, put them through a lot. And my English teachers, I put them through a lot too, and I feel bad now. Okay, so it's 5, and that's just the first half of my day. Then I have another English 12 at my career school. And originally I had on 4th period is like the last period that I have. Originally I had English there, and it was English 12, but then I got moved to art, and then I got moved to health. The last 2 quarters I got moved to health. So I now then started taking English at my career school, and then I had my career class, and during my career class I had gym. So altogether, usually when you're a senior, you have 3 classes. I had 8 classes. I had 8 classes as a senior. It's my fault, I know. It was definitely a struggle. There was very, very many times I wanted to just give up and drop everything and just not continue. And that would have been the worst decision I made of my life. But I wanted to do it because I just wanted to give up. I just wanted it to be over with. So then came like for like the first 2 quarters, I kind of paid attention, but I didn't, specifically in my English class. English 11 on top of that. Like, that's the class I barely paid attention to. I'm an idiot, okay? Hello, it's me. And wasn't smart. Last 2 quarters, I had to work my butt off to graduate. I had to make sure my homework was done. I had to make sure my essays were great. Like, I couldn't do good essays. I had to do great essays, which for me, my teacher didn't really, like, she gave me an 80, but for me that was great. Usually I'm really good at essays, but not in English. Nope. Nope. So, and I had a extra teacher in every single room because I used to be special ed, so that's how it was. And my other teacher, she would push me and tell me that, like, I need to, like, continue, like, I need to get my work done, and I wouldn't, or I'd forget. And that class, I couldn't have my phone out, so I couldn't, like, put it in my phone, like, I'll do your work tonight, and, like, that was an excuse, and nobody liked that excuse, but that was my excuse. And then I had science and tech. It's basically a project class, and all we did is projects. How do you fail this class? Don't do your work! That's how. Do everything last minute. That's how. And I'm gonna, like, call out my partner, even though no one can say it's his fault. Like, I could have just done all the work, and, like, he wouldn't have gotten actually any credit, because our teacher had us fill out a paper that said how much work did your partner do and how much work did you do, and he wouldn't have gotten any credit. But I just always said, oh, well, I was hoping that my partner would, and I told him to do this, and he never did. And I'm sorry, because he's my friend, so I feel bad when I say this, but it's true. And he knows it. And I should have just, either found a new person, worked by myself, or just gotten the work done, and then filled out the sheet and said I did all this and he did nothing. But I didn't do that because because I was worried about my friendship. So that was so then by 4th quarter, right before I'm about to graduate, I find out I'm failing that class and I'm not going to pass. I'm not going to graduate and I'm not going to walk across. And I'm going to have to take summer school and I'm never going to get to walk across that stage. That was really upsetting to me. So I went and I talked to my guidance counselor and I sent him really, upsetting email, calling myself a failure. I did that a lot this year, saying I wasn't good enough, calling myself a failure. It's what happens when you just get to your lowest low. And I talked to my teacher and my other teacher who's also in that room, and they gave me 5 extra. Sorry guys, I ran out of space and my cat tried to cuddle. Alright, got my cat. I don't know if you can hear him purring. I know you can see him. Anyway, I was telling you about the 5 projects that my teachers allowed me to do. We had these things called tech bites, where you found something science or tech related, you showed a video or a paragraph and you shared it with the whole class, and then you wrote an essay, like a short 1-page essay for it. So I did do 5 of those. We had 5 weeks left of school, so 1 for each week. Make my life easier, and I still almost failed because of my last project. I forgot a few things in that project, and then luckily my teacher was so graciously to let me redo my essay. So I redid my essay. I just passed. I literally just passed. So, moral of the story is, don't screw off like I did. Don't fall asleep in class. You still have a chance. If you talk to your teachers and you're not about to graduate, whether you're a junior right now or a senior and you're struggling and you're upset and whatever. If you're a junior right now and just go to your senior year, work your butt off, work so hard, make sure you do that. get to that point where I did, because I got really depressed, I got really upset. Everything happened so fast, so horribly. It was awful. Just don't do what I did. And if you're struggling right now, you're there. If you're now at your lowest point. Now you just need to get to your highest. My highest was walking across that field with my graduating class. Being class of 2017. That's what I really needed. And that's what I got. I had my diploma. I walked across, well, I want to say stage. I don't have stage. I walked across that field. You can do it too. There's nothing stopping you but yourself. You just need to, do it. You need to get up and you need to stop and you need to not do what I did. Learn from what I did and make it possible for yourself to graduate. You can do it. I live by when things really bad happen to me, everything happens for a reason. The reason was me screwing off all these years was so I can be a very hard worker. Because now I have a job and I work hard there. And you can too. I hope you guys have a good day and bye!